William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
This week on the Trilby Tour, a farmer, a potato merchant and a scrap man compete against another 100 or so amateur golfers for the title Champion of Lancashire. Last year at Preston Golf Club, the Trilby Tour was met with rain. This time, the rain's held off and been replaced by gale force winds. There are trees falling down and birds flying sideways, but none of that will stop our lads playing golf. Coming up on the show, we have all the best of the play from a gusty day at Preston. After the meltdown last year, will there be another during the four-man, three-hole playoff to determine the champion of Lancashire? And we're bound to have plenty of off-target shots to enjoy in Rogues Gallery. Hannah Wilkes will be getting blown away while talking to the players on the first tee, but now let's hand to our commentator, Mr. Rob Lee.
Thanks, Mac, and a warm welcome to Preston Golf Club, a windy Preston Golf Club. They first turned the sod over in 1892, but a very difficult golfing day for these Trilby Tourians. Let's get to Hannah down at the first.
We've got Andy Whittle, the Rev of the Trilby Tour. Andy, welcome back.
Thank you.
How excited are you to be here?
Always excited. It's the best tour, for amateurs. Well, worldwide, isn't it? It's second to none.
The weather today is going to play a bit of a factor. We've got Storm Hector blowing through. Help or hindrance?
For me, personally, very much a help. It'll bring the rest of the field back towards me.
And it might even blow your ball back on track if it's got a bit haywire.
It might do. So I've had a word with the big fella, and yeah, this year's my year. I've even got, I've doubled down. I brought a non-golfer on the bag. He's a retired vicar as well. So if today's not the day, it never will be.
You've got double the power there.
Yeah.
What are your ambitions today then? Obviously you want to do well. What do you reckon your score might be?
Well, I've predicted something every year. And in biblical times, they used to stone false prophets to death. So I'm in danger of killing myself. So I'm not making no predictions this year.
Okay, probably safest that way. Good luck.
Thank you.
Reverend Andy Whittle. Now, he's getting extra help, as he said.
Good shank. Get that on telly.
We did, and that's where it's finished. It's a long way offline. And I don't think the good Lord is responsible for that. All your own work, Andy.
Michael Nessim of Sweden, welcome back. Your sixth Trilby Tour. How have you done the last few times?
Oh, pretty good actually. The other ones have been close, but there's been a few other people who managed to nick in front of me. So been very, very close, but not just there yet.
What are you going to do today just to get yourself over the line and make that playoff then?
I play well, play steady. I love this course.
You've played here a few times before?
I played here last year as well.
Excellent. Tell us about this course then. Where are the challenges? Where can you get an advantage?
I think the challenge is not to make any mistakes, because especially the first 6 holes are very difficult. They're very long, not the very first one, but the others are very long. And it's easy with this wind to get your ball in a poor position. So just to keep it low and not too ambitious.
Well, you certainly seem to know what you're talking about, so let's see if you can follow your own advice out on the course. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Lycka till, Michael, lycka till. That's good luck in Swedish, for those of you that know. Now, I do know a few Swedish bad words. I'm not sure one came out there. No, he'd be quite happy. It's all right. It's fine. Well done, Michael. Good to have you back again.
Craig Blow-Up Blackford. We've seen you a few times on the Trilby Tour, many times in fact, and it always seems to go wrong on the last few holes.
Yeah, I seem to get myself in contention all the time, and as soon as you guys with the cameras come round, I blow up, and that's why they call me Blow Up Blackford.
It's not a nice nickname, is it?
No, I've never got rid of it yet, so it's something I need to try and do.
And you think it's what, 10 times on the Trilby?
Yeah, plus probably.
You're not used to these cameras yet at this point?
Well, no, I'd never get used to it. I don't like them one bit, but you know, I'd soon keep away. But you know, as soon as you're in contention, they seem to follow you. So, and that's what I can't deal with.
That is very much their job.
Yeah.
Greg's clocking that and follow you later.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly
best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Now, it's noticeable that the go-to Trilby seems to be the lilac with polka dots. Blackford's gone for this. Lucky hat. And the breeze is blowing this one offline, and there's a hazard there. Not a blow up at the first, surely.
Pat Timlin, a bit of shoulda, woulda, coulda here last year. You were in the lead going to the final hole of the playoff and then absolutely messed it up.
I did. It was a very good 7 down the last. But Jack played well, birdied the last, so a deserved winner, I think.
He was indeed. You actually made it all the way to the final in Hull and to the playoff there.
Yeah.
Are you hoping of more of that again this year and going all the way?
Yeah, I'm hoping tough conditions today, so I think a good score in the 30s should get you into a good playoff spot. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing today. Yeah.
You were a 1 handicap last year. What are you playing off now?
2 this year.
Is something gone wrong? Have you?
I'm 1.6 at minute, so another good round I'll be down to 1 handicap.
So it's just a blip.
Yeah,
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
Well, best of luck out there.
Thank you.
From Wakefield, Patrick Timlin, Low Lace Golf Club. Now, being a low handicapper, should be able to cope with the windy conditions. Unusual start, the par 3. That's all right, it's fine, it's putting, it's good. Getting Timlin underway, look at the wind. Andy Whittle. Let there be wind. Let there be help for this ball. Come on. Not a bad shot, not a bad shot at all. Conditions not easing off though. Michael. Only 16 points through the first 16 holes. The thing is, you can come across from Sweden, enjoy the camaraderie on the Trilby Tour, and if it doesn't go right, you go away and you come back again next time. Whittle's chip was a little skinny. That will not stop. Will eventually, of course, unless it's got perpetual motion, which it hasn't. Always find something to laugh about. A pair of laughing vicars, there they are. His caddy needs some help to how to carry the bag. Bless him. Nessam for the 5 at 17. Difficult putt, very difficult putt. Look at the slope on this. This is one of the playoff holes. Treacherous. Par attempt for the Reverend from the back fringe. 14. Needs to get going. Hurry. Trying its very best. Sun coming in and out. Wind staying up at around 15 to 20 miles an hour. Now, where's this one going to finish? There's a whole host of pop bunkers up there, and if you're in there, that's the shot you got left. Craig, unimpressed. He's got the sand wedge in his hand. Michael Nessam for the 6 at 17. Stroke index 4 though. He'll be getting a shot. Well done. 20 points in the end, but it's not going to be a very high scoring week. Now, what about the bunker skills of Craig Blow Up Blackford? He's played it beautifully, look at that. Fabulous shot. Wind whipping straight down there, look at that. Just for the bogey at 14 for Andy. Go on, unlucky. 20 points in the end, that's a did not qualify. Good to have him on board though. Blackford's par at 16 would be brilliant after the bunker shot. Yeah, good stuff. 31 points at this stage with the windy conditions. That was the best of the day. Let's get back to Hannah.
Oh, Jack Marin, reigning champion of Lancashire.
Yep.
Can you defend your title?
Well, I'd like to give it a good go. I mean, the wind's pretty strong. I think anything above 30 is going to be a good score today.
It was a bit of a surprise your win here last year, wasn't it? Kind of slow and steady won the race for you.
Yeah, that was it. I know walking down 18, I thought if I made birdie, I'll put the pressure on Pat. And obviously made the birdie and come off with the win in the end.
Very much put the pressure on Pat. It's quite hard to say, isn't it? How's your game at the moment? How are you feeling?
Steady, yeah. Played yesterday. I hit the ball pretty solid. Didn't really keep count of the score, but it's all about plodding round. Yesterday it wasn't really about the score. But no, feeling good, hopefully.
You had me convinced until you said hopefully, but we'll
Hopefully,
wish you
yeah.
luck anyway.
Always nice to tee off as a reigning champion. 140 yards, a gentle one. Look competent, look neat and tidy, and where's it going to finish? Absolutely nowhere near where he wanted to go. That's the surprises you get on the Trilby Tour.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
It was windy before the break, it's windy after the break. Welcome back to Preston Golf Club, the Trilby Tour Championship of Lancashire. Everybody now either finished or on the golf course. 31, the best score of the day so far. And that might be the best score of the day for the day. We'll see. Let's get back out to the struggle. First timer, Simon Lewis from Woodsham Hall Golf Club in Huddersfield. Now the body stopped, the hands released. Try and fetch it back. Not quite enough. One-handed chipping here. This is not a good sign that things are going well when two hands are on the grip. The line was okay, but so difficult to get the speed right. Through to the back edge. You'd have to say very good if you did it one-handed. Not quite through the front nine is Steve Barton, 12 handicapper from Scotland, Mockart Golf Club. And this is better. Settle down. Just a little respite from the wind. Look at that flag, not doing much. So a bit of putting to be done. Chose a tartan, Trilby. No surprise there, really. 14th, par 3. Keep going, keep going. Didn't need too much more of that. Mark Harbour at 13 after one hand chipping it through the back. So he drove it short of the green, chipped it over the green, putted today. Still got a putt for a par as Harbour. Barton. Oh, that's the firmest putt we'll see all year. That was a joke. Joint clubhouse leader, 31 points. That doesn't go in, he misses the playoff. Par 3s are good here. This is the 14th again for Simon Lewis. Go on. Nearly. Another player gets to the 31-point mark. 3 tied at the top. Mark Harbour's putt crucial. Go on. Yes, superb. Guess what? There's another pair at 31 points. It's a logjam at the top.
Well, William Hunt, here we are in Lancashire again.
Home county. All
You
the
must love
Northwest
being
boys
back
are here.
here.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces, a lot of friends. There's even a couple of old school pals of mine.
I've actually already spoken to one.
Have you?
I've got the inside scoop.
I think you made a bit nervous after seeing that first shot of his. Wasn't very good. Anthony, shame on you.
No, knowing you obviously isn't going to help him out today.
No.
Now, Preston Golf Club, it wasn't great here last year for weather, and we've got Storm Hector today.
Well, weather-wise, is it Hector? We call him
Yes,
Hector.
he has
We call him Hector.
No,
is that
it's his
Okay.
official name.
Weather-wise, it's it's the northwest. It comes and it goes, and it's but it is it is what it is. Last year we had a little bit of weather in the morning, a bit more in the afternoon. But the sun came out, and the golfing was good. I mean, Patrick Tillman's here again today, and he had a shocker in that playoff last year. He had a 3-shot lead going on that last hole, and I don't know what happened to him. And Jack came up, snuck up behind him, and couldn't believe what had happened. But that's the Trilby Tour for you. But Patrick's here again today for his third event. I mean, his first event was last year, then he got to the final and blew it in the final again. But we'll see what happens. But the sun's coming out later, it always does.
It's coming out for 4 o'clock.
That'll do.
So the playoff will be sunny if nothing else.
I'll be busy up till then, and then I'll be out and about in the
Just
field about 4-ish.
holding things down till 4.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But good field again, good players. Good to see a few of the old faces back. Blow Up Blackford's here. He will blow up as always. I think anything with a 3 on the front of it will feature, and it's all to play for.
It certainly is. Thanks very much, Bowen.
Now in there is Preston Golf Club member Dave Coulshott. Not sure he was going to get it on the green with a wood from the trees on a path with no grass on, but ambition's a brilliant thing. There he is, all the way back to the 5th hole. Matt Howlett, who's a 5 handicapper, Ipswich Golf Club is his home. It's his first Trilby Tour event. And he won't play a windier one, that's for sure. Look at that flag. Second shot down the 13th for Cocker. Mike Cocker. Now that's lying okay. at 16. 417 yards. Stroke index 2. You can see what a difficult flag. Downwind and the front flag is not a great combination. So that's going to be a slowish putt up the slope in the end and back into the wind. Matt Howlett, we saw the second shot was pretty good. Just finish here. Now, under par so far with a red score. That's good. That's not a bad chip. You can pop that in and keep it going. He'll be on track for a place in the playoff. Now he looks at this putt. Down the hill, then uphill and into the wind. Slow the second half. He's trying to hit the brakes. And now turning away. Nasty, nasty green. Cocker 13, 21 points. He's got chances from here. Steady, 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 steady. Not bad. Not bad. Howlett for the par at the 5th. That's really fine work. Couldn't keep up the red scoring, but best in the clubhouse with 32. 24 points, about to improve for Jack Marin. Oh, referee. Somebody call the ref. 30 points, that's in a playoff position. That was hard luck. Still a few holes to go for young Cocker. Yeah, that's good. 31 points. Play off position. Well, you've got to qualify first of all, and then if you do, it's the playoff. And what's crucial are the playoff holes. Here's Hannah.
Thanks very much, Rob. The playoff holes here at Preston are holes 1, 17 and 18 with pars 3, 5 and 4. And to talk us through them is Nigel Davey, chairman of Preston Golf Club. Nigel, this par 3, first hole here, we've seen it all morning. There's a lot of wind around today. Where is it that you really need to land that first shot?
Well, the wind's a major factor. Generally, you're looking to come into it fairly straight, but the wind's coming off the left-hand side and pushing everybody into the right-hand bunker. That's been the busiest bunker of the day. So to be as safe as you can, take plenty of club and bring the ball into this back left area. Take the 2 bunkers out of play, and with the pin position where it is, they're both generally relatively straightforward putts.
The par 5 17th is the longest hole here at Preston, 537 yards. And Nigel, from your tee shot, you want to land near the big oak tree, and then how do you play it on from there? Do you want to lay up or do you want to drive onto the green?
The big oak tree is obviously the target. The longer players can reach the oak tree, but they've got to come a long way past the oak tree to be able to go onto the green. The majority of players, particularly the amateur players, will be looking to lay up from just short of the oak tree to somewhere in the region of 100, 120 yards. That will leave them between a wedge and a 9-iron into a very tricky green. Today's pin is pitched on the front. The way to play is to bring the ball to the back of this green and allow it to run down from the bank. A ball played in at pin high has got the propensity to go back into the water, causing you a penalty. So the safe shot is to go at the top of the green, and the ball should generally roll down.
Well, the par 4 18th caused all sorts of problems in the playoff last year. 2 players ended up in the trees over here, which completely messed up their rounds and threw away the playoffs for them, didn't it, Nigel?
It did very much. You felt very sad for them. But this is a very popular part of this hole. The tee actually points in this direction. Into the trees, there's only one option, and that's to gently play the ball back out onto the fairway. If you try to go through the trees, you can ruin the round, and you'll see there's out of bounds just beyond the trees. The ideal position is to play middle left of the fairway, which gives you a view of the green, but avoid this area at all costs.
It's exactly where you don't want to be. Once you do get it onto the green, what's the trick to playing this green?
Trick from here today with the wind is to avoid going through the back of the green. A shot from behind the green coming back onto the green, in all probability, will end up running down to the front of the green. The safe shot is take the centre of the green, ignore the flag, and trust your putting to get you to the flag.
You make it sound so simple. It all fell apart here for a couple of players last year. Let's see if that happens again. Rob?
Well, Patrick Timlin was one of those at 16, 27 points. You can see his club flashing away in the middle of your picture. There it is. You could just see it like a Hamlet moment. Now, where's this gone? Couldn't see a thing from down there. That's pretty good. But a wicked green. Rob Wilkinson is 5th at the par 5 17th. Tricky, tricky hole with a wicked green. That's not going on the green. Maybe in the hazard. Ugh. Good job at Stapleford. You can just put a blob down the card. Timlin with a lengthy birdie putt up the hill. And then it goes sharp left. I didn't give it enough. So somehow it's dry-ish. 6th shot. And you'll see how wicked this green is. Keeps running and running and turning away. Almost got to the point where we can walk straight to the 18th tee. All the way back to the first par 3 in the back 9. 128 the yardage, the 12th. That's better than it looks. 7th shot. Must get a shot to get a point. Go on then. Oh, how about that? 7 net 6, he gets a point and it all adds up. 33 in the end, new clubhouse leader. You wouldn't have thought so looking at that 17th hole. Dawson came up just shy at 12. Looks like he can putt this, he can. Round you come, in. Oh, turn pro. Warwick. 32 points. Playoff position. Something good happens somewhere on the course for every single Trilby Tourian. Will it be Timlin's 4th at 16? With the break and the curl it will be. Another 33-pointer. Joint best of the day, Patrick Timlin, trying to make up for what happened last year in the playoff. So there we are, it's the final 4 that make it through to the playoff for the Championship of Lancashire. Patrick Timlin will take on Rob Wilkinson, Warwick Dawson and Matt Howlett, and congratulations to all the others inside the top 10 that qualify for the World Championship final. Let's get to Hunt's Hunch.
Plenty of experience in this playoff tonight. Experience of playoffs, no winners as yet. Rob Wilkinson, I think this is his 5th playoff, and he's been getting better and better and better as his Trilby career has progressed. Pat Tillman, we saw him here last year. He had a 4-shot swing. He came up against a 4-shot swing in the last hole, absolutely threw it away, and he was destroyed. And I think those nerves are carrying over today because he. Seen him before, he's a bit edgy and a bit nervous. He's not very comfortable at all. Warwick Dawson, I don't know Warwick at all. I've seen him a couple of times playing. This is the farthest this fella's got. Has he got the metal, has he got the bottle? I don't know. Matt Howlett, don't know much about him. He looks a bit edgy, a bit nervy. He's gone up against 2 lads, Pat and Rob. They've got the metal. They really can. And it's probably time for Rob to win. But I don't think Pat's going to give it to him very easily.
You just hope that William Hunt doesn't mention your name, and you're only one of 4 players in the playoff. The kiss of death. We will be back with the playoff.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
So much at stake. The Championship of Lancashire is about to be decided. It's 4 men playing 3 holes to find 1 champion. Nervous moments on the first tee.
We please invite to the tee first, Mr. Robert Wilkinson.
Hi, Rob Wilkinson from the Coventry, 54, playing off 6. It's been good. It was tough in the wind, blobbed 3 holes, but I'm happy with the way I was playing. Played well yesterday in the practice round and played well today. The course is lovely. You've got to think about every single shot. It's about placing, not just open up your shoulders and smacking the ball. You've got to put them in the right places. So there's some tough holes. You've got to say I'm going to win it. I'm going to say I'm going to win it because I'm going to be right one of these times. But yeah, I'm going to win it. I'm playing well. I'm playing good enough to win it.
So Wilkinson 140. That's all it is, the first. Signs that the breeze has eased off a little bit. That'll do. That will do. Putting. Good start.
Next to the tee, will you please welcome Mr. Patrick Timlin.
Patrick Timlin, 46, Low Laves Golf Club, Handicap 2. Very tough today with the conditions. Had a lot of grinding out to do today, but thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm hoping to par the first, try and birdie the 17th and try and get home with a par on the last. My brother said to me, if I make the playoffs and get on the last hole, I'm hitting an iron off the tee. So, and I will do as I am told.
So, Timlin. Wind blowing across from left to right. Trying to hold it into the draft if he can. And that's ish.
Stand on the tee, ladies and gentlemen, your applause please for Mr. Warwick Dawson.
Hi, I'm Warwick Dawson, I'm 59 from Disley Golf Club and off 5. Good golf course, super condition, really impressed with the greens, very quick, a few 3 stabs, and God it was windy. Second Trilby, normally people seem to need to play quite a few of these to get to champion, but yeah, that would be a bit of bonus. I'll take that, yeah. And then move on to the finals.
Dawson. Now a lower flighted shot, holding its line, straight at it, come on. Oh, get better and better and better. Cheeky one, very cheeky. Yeah, I meant that.
And finally, please, your applause from Mr. Matt Howlett.
Matt Howlett, 29, Ipswich Golf Club, playoff 5. Yeah, it's a little bit windy this morning. But yeah, it made it very difficult on some of the holes. Made them really tough, really long. So yeah, but yeah, it was good. It was tough though. Didn't expect to obviously get into the playoff, but yeah, I've got to try and make the most of it.
And make the most he has so far. Hard to get closest to the pin here. Struck it well. Sit down. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Best strike of the 4, but not the closest to the hole. And they're underway. So quite a lengthy putt for the birdie for Wilkinson from the very edge of the green. Trying to get there, it's trying. Yeah, good 2-putt in the end, so remains all square. Everybody will get a shot at the second, which is the 17th, the par 5, apart from Timlin. So he's got to do it au naturel, all on his own. He was pin high with the tee shot, and the approach putt was pretty good, and it would lead to another par. So he's level. Now for Howlett. Matt. A tier between him and the hole. There. And that's pretty conservative. However, turns that into a par. But they may all be behind the last man to putt out. Warwick Dawson. For the 2. Oh, he's left it short. 4 players play the first hole. 4 players make a par.
4 very nervy putts there because Warwick had the birdie chance. Didn't get it. That could affect him now, couldn't it? Because you wanted it, you should get it, and who knows what's going to happen. Matt looked pretty nervous on the putts, and Robin didn't look comfortable at all on that last little knock-in. Neither did Pat. Everyone gets a shot here apart from Pat, so he could have done with a birdie on that, really. He needs a birdie here. Who's going to win? One of them 2.
So perm anyone from the other 2 and you've got a chance of finding the winner. 17th tee shot. It's the longest hole at Preston with the toughest green. Seemed pleased with that. Timlin with the driver as well. No stroke for Timlin. Smashed it. And that's down the tight line as well. That's a long one. Might be able to reach the green in 2. Dawson with the driver. 4 left. And maybe okay. It might be all right. Last to play, Matt Howlett. And that's miles left. What's over there? Trouble, that's for sure. People saying it's come out. Let's hope so. It did come out. So, can't reach the green, but can lay it up in a decent spot, and I think he has done. Yeah, very well done from there. Quite a bit of camber on the fairway. Go on, keep going. Take that. A wild tee shot. Dawson recovering from his left as well. He was trying to turn that around the corner. He keeps bumbling and running. He can make this green in 3. Shots for everybody but Timlin, remember? Wilkinson. Oh, driver off the deck, out the rough, through the trees. Of course you do. Oh, looking for it to jump it. It was a very bold play. And from that ball flight, Timlin laying it up. As it bounces down, back onto the fairway. So he'll reach the green in 3, no problems. But he doesn't get a shot. Now, is Dawson far enough to get on the green? I don't think so. Trying to make full use of his shot. He's been sensible in many ways. Nobody taking this 17th hole apart, that's for sure. Wilkinson's 3rd. 2 drivers and an iron to this point. Sit. Although the closer you get to that creek, the tougher the chip is. Matt Howlett having a swipe at the green here. There's water. Has he found it? Has he gone in the water? Timlin, after a really good layup, can take this flag on just past the pin, ease it back down the slope to the hole. Just about there. Come on. If that stays there, that is so unlucky. It is unlucky. 4th, net 3rd for Dawson. Wonderful. Wonderful. And that's got a lot of break from left to right on it, the second one. After that pitch. Wilkinson's 4th from the very end of the fairway. Not much to go here. Needs to clip it super sharply. Expertly done. And that's going to be a tickle down the hill. Very quick putt coming up. Now, where did Matt Howlett finish? Now, we were thinking potentially water. Not a bit of it. This is the 4th for Matt Howlett.
Soft. Unlucky.
Go on, keep working your way down the hill. It's trying for him. Doesn't need much more to get going. It's still moving. You've got to think those putts are super fast. So Howlett for the par. Be a sporty par. Look how tough this putt is. Left to right. And then it doesn't want to stop. And it keeps running and running and running. And it was 2 more from there. So even with a shot, +1 going into the final hole. That must have scared the life out of the other players coming down the hill or across the slope. Timlin. Tickle. That was a good try, wasn't it? And a good par. Level par. Nobody better than Patrick Timlin at the moment. Dawson's got a chance if he knocks this in. Playing it miles outside the hole. But using that stroke to stay level par. Warwick Dawson. They're all watching the form of Wilkinson's 5th shot with a stroke. So hard to start it online. That was a good effort. Well, even with a shot, he managed to drop one in the end, so he's +1 going down that final hole where so much can happen.
Patrick's in the lead, but he's got, Warwick's on his shoulder. He's level with him, but Warwick hasn't got the metal for this. Patrick's got the experience. He's in the lead, but he was in the lead last year, wasn't he? He had 3 shots in the lead last year. Rob's got plenty about him. He's still smiling. He rescued that with a scramble. Matt's gone. He's gone. He's not doing anything on this hole. We've seen Patrick throw a big lead away on this, but I'm thinking he's going to go nice and easy on this hole. As I've said along, I think Rob could come back into it. He's the one with the metal to do it. As I've said all along, I don't know who's going to win, but it might be one of them 2.
Or it might not be. Patrick Timlin with the driver. Oh, this looks pretty good. It's very good, isn't it? Look at that in the playoff. Smashed down the middle. Great drive. 385. Dawson's attempt looks very good. Flatter ball flight, bit more chase. And on you go, keep going. So he's in fine shape. Howlett +1 playing catch up. A low rasper as well. That's 3 very impressive swings. And just one to go. Rob Wilkinson. Clapping, this is tailing away a little bit to the right. And that's absolutely fine. So it's all about the second shots. Wilkinson to go first. He's posing, holding the finish. Oh, straight at it. Beautiful shot. In the right section of green as well. That's a really makeable putt for a birdie. Dawson to follow. Shadows lengthening at Preston. Turned into a beautiful evening. Needs to sit down. Not quite. Trundling through. It's only the pressure of trying to win a Trilby Tour event. Howlett's second. And finds the putting surface in the right amount of shot. So a lengthy birdie putt coming up for Matthew. Timlin's tee shot was the longest and the straightest. His second. He's level par. And that was a little sort of stabby, that. With a wedge in his hand. A little wide of the mark. Dawson could just chip one in, you never know, at 18. Trying to release, trying its best to get down there. So a putt to post level par for 3 holes. And you never know. It's a waiting game. Timlin. This will be for the win. And the Championship of Lancashire. Wasn't far away, was it? Wasn't far away. So that putt to remain level. This has to go in for Howlett, you would have thought. Must hole it. Right to left. And he hasn't done. So he cannot do better than +1. Wilkinson's on +1, but hit a beauty in here. So this would win the championship, maybe. Nobody's doing it at this final hole. That's not dead. It's all getting rather nervy now. For the par, Dawson to remain level. And he slides that one by. There's going to be a massive chance coming up for Patrick Timlin very shortly. And here it is. For the Championship of Lancashire. Patrick Timlin. No. Heartbreak again, the second year in a row. Look to the heavens. He's not knocked out because nobody's better than +1. This to stay there for Wilkinson for the par. So that doesn't do the business. He finishes +2. That will not go extra time. If Matt Howlett knocks this in, he will. Go down the 18th again, and he knocks it in. Very good. The man that William Hunt said was dead and buried is still in this. So, all the way back for 3 players to the 18th tee. Timlin first of all. That's well hit down the tight left line. No, it's not in the long stuff. It's all right. Dawson with the driver again. Will it be him? Yeah, it's a long right arm through the ball there, guiding it to the right edge of the fairway. Howlett last to go. And that one turning right to left towards the centre of the fairway. Yeah, it's a beauty. And on you go. That's adrenaline. something you can't control. Dawson second then from the first cut. Now it's a low scuddler. It doesn't really want to check up, and it's pulled up just short of the bunker. He's relieved. You do get the feeling that par won't do you any damage here. Timlin second. Hoists it high into the sky, into that evening sunlight. And that one getting a bit of a flyer. That's gone further than it should. So they're in two. All of a sudden, it's all there for you, Matt Howlett. It's all there for you.
Soft.
Sparkling. If ever a shot was going to win you a Trilby Tour Championship, that might just be it. Great drive in a second. And in the driving seat, Dawson might have to chip this in, stay alive. It's good effort. Oh, good line. Just a little firm, that's all. That was in. Timlin, his birdie chip. Was a very short one. Very short one. Another ignominious finish for Patrick Timlin. He's obviously a very good player. He will win a Trilby Tour at some point, but it won't be this one. It's hard to take. Carrying on gamely for the fifth shot of the playoff hole. Time to pick it up, said Zebedee. Hard lines, Patrick. Dawson doesn't knock this in. It's 2 putts for Matt Howlett. And that's exactly what it is. I think we know who our champion's going to be. I hope I haven't spoiled it for you, because Warwick Dawson made a mess of it. And after 2 brilliant shots for Matt Howlett, the birdie putt would just cap it all off. And he makes no mistake. Stylish finish. Fantastic win in the end for the man who looked least likely at the start of the playoff. He is the champion of Lancashire and a Trilby Tour champion to boot. What a day.
There are 6 more regional championships to enjoy over the coming weeks before we explore a new event, the Trilby 12s. After that, there's the Trilby 2's pairs competition before everyone meets up in glorious Hull for our World Championship final. Now, let's have a quick word with a new champion of Lancashire, Matt Howlett.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, brilliant. Great feeling, yeah. Can't believe it. I just got really lucky, I think. Yeah, just produced a couple of good shots on the final hole, which was what was needed. So, yeah, very lucky, I think.
Shot of the day on a tricky day goes to Kelvin Mayer's neat little chip in on the 15th. But after that, let's enjoy some of the worst play of the day in Rogues Gallery, starting with Tam Burn on 15 and a shot that may have landed on the green, but with wind assistance made it all the way to Blackpool. On the 12th tee, Graham Bagwell will no doubt claim the wind caught this ball and dragged it kicking and screaming into the woods. And it's in those very trees that we discover Andrew Atherton showing us one of his trick shots. Straight up in the air and then back to earth just 2 feet away. He's practiced that one for years, you can tell. A clump of nettles on the way to the 6th green is not the sort of thing that will discourage Colm Mackay. He simply and casually chips his way to the other side of it. A couple of things to notice here on the 15th. The first is the stray ball that runs behind Dave Harding. Aye, there it goes. The second is that there's nary a breath of wind at this point in the proceedings, so Dave can blame nothing for this effort, except himself. A flash of club, and now we know that Graham Bagwell has totally failed to save his day on the 12th. Quickly followed by another, admittedly less flamboyant flash of club, confirming that Graham's day is not improving. The ancient and noble art of multi-bunkering now, where we observe Richard Davis taking 2 shots in order to completely fail to leave the sand on the 15th, before apparently calling it a day altogether. while back on the 5th, Chris Keirton suffers from much the same inability to exit a bunker, but he at least creates a more artistic flourish with the sand his efforts displace. It really is in many ways quite hypnotic. Certainly our cameraman Ant enjoys the spectacle, as evidenced by the way the laughter prompted by Chris's final attempt at extrication causes the camera to shake uncontrollably. And finally, Trevor Cutmore abandons his round on the 18th green and decides to invent the sport of sideways trampolining. A venture so entertaining that we're going to sit back and enjoy it rather than spoil everyone's fun. Let's catch up with William.
Matt, who saw that coming? Certainly, once again, not me. I'm not very good at this, am I? Playoff Pat, the Wakefield wobbler. I mean, he's broken. I mean, he gave a little smile coming off the green there, but that wasn't a happy smile. I don't know if Pat can recover from that. Warwick tried, Rob threw it away, and Matt won. Well done to him. But this is the Trilby Tour, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Next week, the tour moves on to spectacular Cumbria and the equally spectacular surroundings of Cairns Green. In the meantime, if you'd like to be a future host of the Trilby Tour, please contact us via the website at www.trilbytour.com. We'll see you next week. And the Spike Milligan Award for Walking Backwards to Christmas goes to Phil Coley.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.